Welcome. My name is Georges Verbena, and in this video I talk about psychology. So this is a non-astrology video. This video I want to talk about the importance of argumentation, how to use communication with a mindset that opens confrontation, that welcomes controversy, and that actively pursues justice through open hostility. Yes, such wonderful, triggering language to destroy the armoring in your body. I'm sorry, I have to do some astrology here. I have my Mercury, ruler of communication, conjunction Lilith, and this is my job. So this is the nature of this video. If you don't know what that means, Lilith is the armoring because she exposes the shadow. And Mercury is communication. And one of those shadows is hostility. Now, hostility is a fact of nature. It is something that animals exchange to protect their territory. To make boundaries, in other words. Territory is boundary. Hostility is necessary to separate yourself from those who are your enemies. And how do you determine an enemy? Well, an enemy is somebody who is not on the same page, who is uncooperative, adversarial, passive-aggressive, hypercritical, malignantly judgmental, sadistic, oppositional, obstructive. Everybody knows somebody like that. So we have enemies. Yes. And we like our enemies to offer us a platform to learn how to communicate, to learn how to make peace. Because you can only make peace when you are at war. How do you make peace with your enemies? The way we've been doing it for thousands of years is wrong. We've used manipulation. We have stooped down on their level. We have used avoidance, bypassing. Real talk. If somebody argues on Facebook, somebody on my post, somebody on another people's posts, people don't say what they mean. They're passive-aggressive. Feigned hostility. And when they are called out on it, they claim, whoa, it was not personal, but if you claim it to be personal, that's your problem. What do you mean it's my problem? You have been passive-aggressive. But now, because you have been hiding, because of your covert hostility, I am the enemy. But actually, you've been the enemy all along. So the healthy thing to do is to declare hostility openly. If you want somebody to take away the weapons, you first have to find out what are the weapons. Shame, guilt. These are the weapons of massive destruction we have seen worldwide, in all arguments, in all communication. Anybody who uses shame in communication is pathological, which is different from guilt. Guilt is about holding somebody accountable based on the facts of what they do. But not only have we been hiding from guilt, we have also been hiding from shame. So we've been hiding from being exposed. We've been hiding our own hostility, our own aggression, our own anger. Because we are angry, we are animals. In this body, if you leave this body, you're not an animal. But human is still very mechanical construct, like a monkey. And the monkey mind is predictable. If you have enemies, you will not like them. You can tell yourself love and light, you can bypass, you can say, oh no, I just want to be friends, but you are not friends. And the sooner you accept this, the healthier you're going to be. Because when they say, oh, you are hostile, you are dangerous, you are bad, you will be like, yes, you're right, correct, I am hostile, I am dangerous. To the peace which is based on lies. If you want real peace, you must first destroy the false peace that you've been trying so hard to maintain. You must destroy your relationships. Like Rumi says, become notorious. Yes, Rumi says, but not me. Become notorious. Why? Because notoriety can only be achieved through the truth. You cannot become notorious through lying, unless you are exposed by the truth. So notoriety is about justice. And justice is a very high frequency. And this frequency will make all your boundaries, destroy all your enemies. Because this realm is ruled by Saturn. It's ruled by justice. Yes, 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 you are surrounded by injustice. I know. But why? Is it really the fault of this world? Or are you participating? Are you contributing to the injustice? And what about the people around you? Your friends and family, your contacts, your followers. Do you have an online business? Your lurkers. Are you allowing injustice to be done in front of you every day? And even you shouldn't be surprised if you have issues. So my channel is dedicated towards justice, towards the truth, towards exposure, towards open hostility. When I see somebody commenting on my posts how I am saying something bad, like for example, I get these comments frequently, oh, how can you put all the Nazis into a box, you are on a vendetta or some kind of nonsense, it's ridiculous. But if I do have these comments, I tell them, well, since you clearly don't like my posts and you are not an ally of my posts, you are an enemy. So what are you making here? If you're an enemy, you can just go somewhere else. Find your friends. Find the posts that you like. But I'm not going to waste my energy defending myself, proving that I am not an enemy, when you have just accused me of being one. Well, if you accuse me of being an enemy, in other words, if you don't like my content, if you are hostile towards my content, you're hostile towards me. And if you're hostile towards me, why should I not be hostile towards you? That is justice. An eye for an eye. And the whole world goes blind. I don't give a shit if the whole world goes blind. I care about boundaries. I care about health. I care about balance. I care about harmony. Within, not without. We have been working on outside harmony. And then we are surprised that we don't feel harmonious. Yeah? Because we are inviting disharmony by insisting on falsity. So then we will continue to attract people who are false, who are covertly hostile, passive-aggressive. Because we have not declared hostility on them. The universe is showing us, is waiting. Be notorious. Become an enemy. And that is how you develop your identity. Your sense of self, your true self, which belongs somewhere, which is specific to something. You are not Ram Dass being nobody. You are someone. You are in a body. You are born. Yes, 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 this is all the story. This is all. This is the story, yes. Are you going to devalue Are you going to discard yourself? Are you going to split your soul? Are you going to exile yourself? Are you going to fragment? Are you going to dissolve and destroy yourself? And for what? Because that's the only alternative. If you do not declare yourself to be an enemy to something or someone, then you are nothing. There's only two choices, something or nothing. What is it? Be specific. And when you say, oh, okay, then I will be ally to everything. I will be friend to all. If you are friend to all, you are friend to none. It means nothing to be friend to all. The whole meaning of a word is destroyed. So that's the issue we're facing. We've been lying to ourselves. We've been lying to our enemies. For what? To gain some kind of benefits from our enemies, to manipulate them, to give us money, to give us support, to give us compliments. For what? To maintain a facade. It's to refuse to be hostile. Simple as that. So simple. That's Aries. That's Mars, Aries North Node. Mars and Scorpio Cazimi. Here's the energy. Here's what you're dealing with. Here's the new full moon on the 27th in Gemini. So I make this video about arguments. I make this video about communication. Do you want to argue? Then argue. Do they say, oh, why are you arguing? You are lost in arguments. Then say, I like arguments. If you don't like the table, flip the table. If they accuse you of being a problem, then be a problem. Reclaim your identity. And nobody can use it against you. There's a line in Game of Thrones by Tyrion Lannister. He says, I am a dwarf. And I can either be ashamed about that, or I can wear it as an armor. And it will protect me. Your identity, if it's disowned, will always be used against you. And when you are vulnerable, and when you are easily triggered, when you are easily to offend, because you have nothing to shield you against the attack. So of course you are thin-skinned. Should you be surprised that it bothers you what they say? Because some part of you believes them. Reclaim your identity. Reclaim your beliefs about yourself, about reality. Your beliefs which have to be based on something. Choose. That is Gemini. It's a shapeshifter. It's a trickster. Because Gemini knows the ability to choose. And we have so many choices. We could be anyone. We could be anything. We don't know. But we have to be something. And until we are someone, we will always be stuck in getting no one. In getting nothing. To be nothing is to gain nothing. To achieve nothing. When there is nothing to be achieved, nothing will. And they say in Confucianism, if nothing is done, nothing is left undone. Yes, and how is it helping you? How is it working out for you? Because I used to listen to this. Wu Wei, non-doing. Non-doing. Undoing. Yourself. Refusing to identify. Refusing to be. It's defense. It's an armoring. It's pathological. It's a split. It's fragmentation. So, if you are somebody who already knows who you are, then nobody can trigger you. How am I going to trigger you if I tell you, oh, you are this bad person, and you're like, yes, I'm this bad person, great. And now? Do you have anything else? You will not waste your time defending yourself. And you will not be a bad person. How can you be bad if you don't believe that you are? To accept being bad, to accept being an enemy, is to love yourself. You can only love yourself when you are accepting. But when you're defending, when you're justifying, when you're trying to maintain the peace, then you are at war. It's funny, isn't it? In your very attempt to create peace in your life, you have created war. So, if you don't like the table, flip the table. Take matters into your own hands. Confront. Attack. Accept the attack. Accept the fight. Accept separation. And separation is what you will get from your enemies, from that which you do not like. It's a frequency. It's a vibe. Those who separate themselves willingly, they will eliminate their enemies. Because they're doing it. They're choosing to leave their enemies behind by recognizing them and accepting that this is who they are. Aries is very straightforward. I know who my friends are and I know who aren't. So I don't waste my time. There's no manipulation. There's no mind games. Everything is crystal clear. So this clarity is what you want. If clarity is what you want, confrontation is the only solution. So if you like this video and if you found it helpful, leave a like in the comment. If you have any ideas, any suggestions for any more videos for me to make, I appreciate suggestions and I will fulfill your request. And if you're interested in a reading, I do astrology readings, natal chart readings based on your birth time and your birthplace to find out what are you bringing to the table. I know what I bring. I bring communication. What do you bring? What are your skills? Because this Gemini full moon is all about skills. It's about decisions. Good and evil, yin and yang, duality. Two faces, two personalities. Choose which one are you.